Good morning, folks. It is Saturday the 16th of August 2025. Today I'm going to cook for you my favorite meal so far. I've already cooked it one time. And you can make the variation different, depending on what you like to put in yours. But let's see. Let me just show you right here. I got the crock pot out. And I got it plugged up. Go ahead and get it in its heating process. So, let's see here. I like to speed up that heating process a little bit by going ahead and heating up some of the stuff that goes into the crock pot. Make sure we wipe that thing out real good. Make sure it's good and clean. Crock pot's like one of the best inventions ever made, in my opinion, as far as cooking goes. Alright, so got my pot here. Just gonna set it on the burner. Set the crock pot off to the side of the stove and get its function heating up the ceramic ware on it. I don't know why the can opener is unplugged, but it is. So I'm gonna use it to open up some cans of stuff that's going into my soup here. And there's a lot you can do with this soup, even after it's done, to add into it. So I'm gonna add some canned vegetables. I'm gonna add some frozen vegetables to it. And the easiest thing to do is to just heat up the canned vegetables because they've already got the liquid in there that can actually add to the soup. And we just got some really fine diced tomatoes in this can, and I got more. So, 2 cans of tomatoes in there so far. Let's put some potato in there. Some diced potato. Get about 2 cans of that in there as well. That'll be our starch source, or one starch source. Oh yeah, we'll just dump the whole can in there, juice and all. Look at them potatoes. Look at them potatoes. So did you know canned potatoes just right out of the can is resistant starch already? Yeah, there we go. Now, those flavors will blend in the crock pot as this cooks. And as you can see, it's already starting to do a boil on there. So let me get some of them frozen vegetables out. And we got a lot of them. Some I may have to just go ahead and add to the crock pot itself. I don't know. But this is a blend right here, and it's got onion, celery, red pepper, green pepper, and parsley flakes. I got 2 bags of that because I like that blend pretty well. I got this blend at Walmart, so you can check to see if your Walmart has it, if you like the sound of any of that. And I'll just not stir it in to keep the heat coming up, which will steam that up a little quicker. I got some chopped onion, which I may put that back up because I think I got a bag of pearl onion somewhere that I'd rather have in my soup here. There's another of that blend going in. There's another big ice chunk there. Just let that steam up a little bit. Yeah, because that's already got a fair amount of onions in it. I'm gonna save this for another dish. There we go. I got them white pearl onions. Those are good in soups and stews and stuff. Well, that bird's eye container is a lot tougher than the Walmart container. Well, not really container, but packaging. I'm just going to add them straight into the crock pot. Add them straight into the crock pot like that. See, there they are. Pearl onions. Good stuff. And I use my favorite tool for adding water, which is the Solo cup. Go ahead and add that in there. And I'll also add these sliced mushrooms in there as well. Yeah, it's pretty early this morning. It is 8:27 a.m. in the morning, and I am cooking up my vegetables already this morning. I wanted to get done here, and I do have my lean protein source that I will be adding to this. I'm not going to heat it up first. I'm going to mix it up in the vegetables because I want the meat to stew in there as it cooks. I want it to. Stewed meat is on a different level than boiled meat, which it will stew even if you boil it first, but it is softer and better and more delicious for some reason, in my opinion, if it stew cooks from its raw form into the stew. Now I gotta figure out what I want to use for seasoning. And I got this soul food seasoning blend here that may work out well for this. It's just got salt, paprika. Goodness gracious, I need to get my glasses for these things. Salt, paprika. What the heck else you got in you? I think that says rice, but I can't be sure. It's all blurry. My wife usually leaves a pair of glasses sitting around here. Let me go find some. She always buying them with these pretty designs on them, thinking I won't wear them. Alright. Let's see here. We got salt, paprika. It says rice. Man, that's crazy. It's got rice as a seasoning in there. I wonder why. But there it is, rice. That's why I had to get my glasses to make sure that's what it said. Oh, it says rice flour. Okay. Coriander, cayenne pepper, black pepper, garlic, and celery and onion. So I guess it's got a little bit of everything for that soul food seasoning. Rice flour. Learn something new every day. So we'll add a little bit of that soul food. Well, we'll add a lot of that soul food seasoning in there. We wanted to have flavor, taste, that type of thing in there. All right. We just keep continuing to bring this up to a boil. I'll go ahead and get out the meat. It's my protein source for this meal. I got my potatoes in there for a starch source, and I can add other starch sources. Well, I guess I got a little rice flour in there too now. Probably starchy. But this is that 97 lean, 3% fat. It is ground turkey. I'm just going to add it to where the frozen vegetables are for now, because we're going to stir all that up. And I got 2 packs of it because I want a lot of protein source in my stew here. And man, that is a rolling bowl now. Look at there. That is what we want. And wow. We actually got that tomato on the bottom, kind of like what you get from like if you go into a Mexican restaurant, you know, you get that authentic flavor from the pan. Get a little bit of that going on, the thickening paste, kind of making it like a paste. You want to get that little bit of flavoring in there too. That's gonna add to it as well. Okay, so as you can see, we gotta get a stiffer spoon in this. This is not gonna work for stirring that meat in there. I hope that's not fogging y'all up. But this will do the trick. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that burner off now. And what you want to do is you just want to stir it in there real good. Now, for you vegetarians that watch me, you could just use some simple TVP for this. Look at that, it's already cooking that turkey. I didn't anticipate on that. I should have stirred it up first before I put the heat in there. Oh well. That is a lesson learned. Poultry cooks very fast. Very, very fast. But it's okay. Most of it is still in its raw form and it's getting mixed properly. And it will stew up into nice chunks as this cooks. Thank goodness I had the frozen vegetables in there to kind of cool it back down a little bit. Or it could have been worse. Look at those pearl onions floating around in there. Yeah, you can see by that turkey that's done right there, that's definitely some white meat turkey going on right there. So this is how it will start out, and we'll see when it's done, which will be in a few hours. Oh yeah, I'm feeling the crock pot now. It is already hot, and as you can see by the lid, it is already steaming up inside of there from the heat added to some of the mixture we already have in there. This will just help us to crock pot faster. Faster is always better, right? Because we want to eat. This is going to be our food for the day. There's many things you can do on a low-fat diet to change the profile of a soup or a stew like this, and that is going to be my focus for this video as far as that goes. Because the last time I made this, I discovered some pretty cool, interesting things as far as add-ins and stuff like that goes when you have something like this, to completely change the flavor profile and to not make it quite the same thing every single time. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about here. In fact, I may add some I'm gonna save my TVP because that's a lot of protein with the turkey already. It's a lot of it. So we'll see you when it's done. Okay, so it is now 11:35 a.m. and as you can see, ooh, we are cooking now. And it is looking quite good. Look at those pearl onion in there. The potato, peppers, mushrooms, the whole 9 yards in there. So when I say this is versatile, like, first of all, let me say that everything that went into this, if I was to eat the entire crock pot full, which I can't do all in one day, there's barely enough calories in there to be an entire day's worth of calories, but it's a lot of food volume, right? I'm going to amplify that up a little bit. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to make this soup into a different soup. Now I cannot use things like cornbread or crackers or anything like that, but what I can use on this diet is quick oats. So I'm going to get about a serving worth. I'm going to put that in there like that. This is going to thicken it up and give it a different, like a creamier, a thicker, soupy profile. Kind of the way cornbread or crackers would work in there. Also got some Greek yogurt, as if it needs any more protein in it, but just showing you and giving you ideas here of how. Oops, that didn't tear right. That didn't tear right at all. But it's going to give it like a creamy consistency. And you can add as much or as little of this as you want in there. And the heat from that soup is going to I'm addicted to this stuff. Addicted to that stuff. So we just put the soup in there on top of all of that. Let me get some of the juice out. Like that. We just stir that up in there like that. And yeah, you can always add a little bit more oatmeal if you want it thicker. But look how it changed it to a creamier texture. It's thickened up quite a bit there, as you can see on the spoon. We're just going to let that set a minute because it's blistering hot anyway. We're going to let that oatmeal do its job and thicken up even more. And then we're going to eat it, give it a try out. But, yeah, and I can add things to this. I can add like some corn in there. Corn, some carrots. That type of thing, you know, makes it even better. Ooh. Look at that. That's like almost like a chicken chili now. I could add some beans in there. Certain kinds of beans. Some Cajun flavors. Something about that oatmeal in there does the trick for missing things like cornbread and other fattening things. It does its job well. Something about the way that oatmeal mixes with the Greek yogurt, it makes you think you got like crackers and sour cream in there, but you don't. So I'll definitely be able to eat on this the rest of the day, just like this, or like it is. But that oatmeal in there with that Greek yogurt is a game changer. Especially if you're like me and you like stuff like chili beans, where you can add in the cornbread and the sour cream. You know, that's the way I done it. Sour cream, cheddar cheese, which I'm not adding any of that. Even though I could add the fat-free cheddar, I guess. Some jalapenos in there, put it over the top. Instead of a soup now, it's almost like a chili. Mm-hmm. That's good all day long. I don't care who you are. I don't even care what diet you're on. If you ate this, you'd love it. This is how you eat. Already been working this morning, working out. Muscles are getting bigger, and protein is valuable for that. I don't want to be on a diet where scale results are reflecting in such a way where you're not just losing weight, but you're losing muscle as well. Because remember, that weighs something on the scale too. So at the end of the day, inches are way more important than what that scale weight can do for you. You want to lose weight, yeah, real consistently, real fast on that scale. Give up your protein. You'll do it. You'll lose it as fast as you want to then. But at the end of the day, is that the result you're going to want? That's the real question you have to answer for yourself. Everybody has to decide what's best for them. If you're not training really hard and you're only chasing results on the scale, at the end of that, you might not be as happy as you think you will be, depending on your activity level, of course. The one thing I have learned from all of these low-fat diets, from the sugar diet to, someone called it retro low-fat in my comment section. I like that word, retro low-fat diet. The retro diet, the low-fat retro. Results are going to happen, even on the retro low-fat. The difference is you're going to notice the inches being lost before the scale weight. I've got plenty of people commenting on it right now. The message is catching on. I got people in the comment section talking about their success. Inches without it showing up on the scale, and that is something I can relate to, because you have to really push on this diet to make the scale say something where the inches speak for themselves, because people visually have been able to see it throughout my videos over the past week and a half, and I have not been on a scale in the past week and a half, so it's very encouraging, telling me that the direction is going in the right way. Yeah, inches matter. Scale weight matters, but it doesn't matter so much to the point where you're willing to sacrifice muscle being lost with actual body fat at the same time just to present big numbers on the scale. It's not worth it. Not in my opinion. Depending on your activity level, of course, because it varies and it's different from person to person. My activity level is decent now, but it's not accelerated to the point of some others' activity level who may can sustain or maintain diet such as that extreme scale weight loss. People like Mark Bell, for one. He's got reasons to do that, which affect him in a very positive way. He looks great. Well, it's not going to be the same thing for all of us, folks. At the end of the day, you're going to want to look good in more than just your clothes. You're going to want to look good in your skin as best you can, too. Tell me what you think down in the comments. That's all I got for this video. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.